Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Darko and I am part of YoSpanish. And today we're with Chris Hendricks. He's a creative designer, 27 years old from the USA. And we're going to talk about his results that he's gotten with YoSpanish coaching the last 3 months working with us. So, Chris, first off, welcome. And secondly, where was your Spanish at before you joined YoSpanish?
Yeah, so thank you for having me. For me, I was a little sporadic. I only had like bits and pieces. Um, wasn't really that great with forming sentences just yet, but I just knew words here and there. And since joining the program, I'm able to like have a deep dive and actually dissect grammar. And now I definitely think I'm a lot better, like
Mm.
joining the program.
But what made you want to join? Like, what was the thing that was like, oh man, I need to like join this program because my Spanish is not where I want it to be.
Yeah, so I was looking for something that was more like one-on-one, more like bespoke, kind of like to me. And I think that I resonate with more of that. The classroom setting does work for me, but I just like the one-on-one because you're able to actually have like the personal rapport with the person that you're learning from.
Hmm.
And I think that's what gravitated to me most. Just I so originally I found the page on TikTok too as well.
Hmm.
Uh,
But what was it that made you want to start learning with us specifically in terms of um, bettering your Spanish?
I think that so initially when I was seeing some of the posts from the page, I think that I got a sense of personality from when Jordan was doing some of the posts. And
Hmm.
I think that I was looking for a teacher who was felt like approachable and like friendly. I didn't want like this super stellar experience. So seeing how Jordan was like um explaining like some of the things in Spanish that he would like then teach us, was I felt like it was a good opportunity to like put a foot forward. Yeah.
Hmm. Right. And what were you experiencing with your Spanish prior to joining us? Like, what was your Spanish like?
Choppy. It was choppy. I had spoke with some like friends and family here and there because some of them speak Spanish as well. But um, it definitely needed work. Even I like tried on my own to do like the workbooks and like Duolingo and all that stuff kind of only worked in one dimension of like learning the language. So, you have the writing, listening, talking portion of it. They only really addressed certain parts of it. And so I was looking to address like all ends of it. Um, and so it's like another reason why I joined YoSpanish.
Mm, right. And so when you joined, what was the experience like for you then working with Jordan and, learning every week? I think you did twice a week, right? What was the
Yeah,
experience like for you?
I think the experience was great. So I quickly picked up that Jordan's really good at dissecting and really teaching you when and what to use. It's almost more methodical, logical, mathematical sense of like approaching a language, which I hadn't experienced before. So taking those tools when I was actually learning with him was super important because even when we were talking, and he says when we were talking with people, listen to what people are saying, you can kind of already begin to dissect what you need to say or even the tense in the conversation. You can kind of guess. If because you're not familiar with the word, you can still build almost like a pathway to kind of figuring out how to actually respond. So I think overall it was a really good experience. Also, Jordan's super funny, so I think that also helped. Uh, like when we spent time together learning. So yeah.
Mm. So it sounds like you enjoyed the classes as well.
hmm hmm
So it
Yeah.
wasn't just like a normal, boring class.
Right, right. So it was interesting because it felt more personable, more casual. It didn't feel super stuffy like you're in like college or you gotta sit and like listen to the teacher talk for like an hour. It wasn't any of that. It was definitely a back and forth like throughout the lesson. Because you had the speaking portion and then you also had I guess the lesson itself that you're learning. And we tended to focus on like one or two concepts. And then once you get those one or two concepts down, then you kind of move on and progress and kind of build from there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So so after the 3 months, where's your Spanish now?
I say it's a lot better. I definitely think I feel like I'm more in the conversational, uh, I guess, lane of like my Spanish. It's easier to put words and sentences together, I can understand the tenses that are being used and like I know how to respond in that regard. And then it's also nice too because he gave tips along the way. So when you're learning, you are getting tips from him. And for example, Spanish dictionary is something I use heavily. So that was something I use, and even now that I'm using since the sessions with him ended, I'm still learning different words, and I'm like, oh, this goes here, that goes here, and you're able to kind of formulate stuff, and it makes a lot more sense in your head too. Like once you get that practice down.
So now, after 3 months, you said you're more conversational, which is awesome, which is what we talk
Mhm.
about, right? That's the promise that we make to people.
Mhm.
And so, what's life like now that you're more conversational?
I feel like it's great. So I had spoke with someone recently, and I kind of told them a little spiel like, "Hey, I'm learning Spanish," and I was speaking to them in Spanish, and they were surprised that I had been learning only for 3 months, which was pretty
Wow.
cool. I'm like, "Oh, it's like really good feedback," and like they complimented me on my accent and everything. So I felt really confident about it, and I
Mm,
think that also previously before joining the classes. I wasn't as confident with speaking with people
mm.
because when you're learning the language and you're speaking with people, you gotta kind of break the ice a little bit and kind of really put your foot out there to get the practice in that you're looking for, and so you actually can improve.
So now, right now,
Yeah,
you're speaking more fluently in terms of impressing other people who think you've been learning longer than you have.
yeah, exactly.
Mm. And these are natives.
Yeah, they're natives, which is definitely good. It's a plus for me.
Yeah. So wow, you're definitely improved your Spanish, which is awesome. So what advice do you have to people watching who, they see the TikTok just like yourself and they're like, well, I'm not sure about this. What do you say to those people that are like on the fence about doing this, even though they know they need help?
I'd say just try it. It sounds kind of cliche, but just try it. Try it and see how you feel when you do it. So, for example, when you're taking the class or if you're curious and you're having these conversations, because I know I spoke with you initially and then you speak with Jordan. Um, I think that once you get a good feel for it and you can kind of compare your previous experiences, then you know it's right and you know you're going in a good step. Because if you want progress, you have to make the initiative, you have to try, you have to practice. And I think that when you build that consistency, you get deeper into it and you fall more like almost like in love with it as like the process and your journey. So that would be my advice to them.
Hmm. Right. And so for what at what stage in the process did it like click for you about the sentences? Because that's what we focus on a lot, right? So when do you feel like you really got it? You're like, oh, that makes sense now. I can just add in words.
Yeah. Um, hmm. I'd say towards like the middle or end portion. I feel like for me, like it took me a little bit more to grasp
Mm,
certain concepts. And I think that once I like took some more time to practice and like, okay, like this snapped together in my head. I'm like, okay, I can do this, I can do this, because I know part of the process is like unlocking that expression that you're looking for because you want to be able to translate your personality and your native language to the then new language that you're learning. So
mhm.
I think that for me, I'd say maybe 2 to 2.5, and it really like starts to click a lot more for me.
Nice. So now how are you feeling about your Spanish moving forward from here?
I feel good. I feel inspired. I feel happy that I did the journey and that I'm continuing to do the journey too. And I'm looking forward to like just my progress going forward. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome,
Yeah.
man. And any last words for people watching?
Um, I think that, so I think my words would be have patience, have fun, try it out, and just kind of go from there. Be curious. I think if you're curious, then you'll end up to where you want to be.
Mm. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate your time and appreciate you coming on doing this because, not every single student we have wants to be online. So, I really appreciate that you wanting to be online to inspire people and, motivate people and share your story as well. Sure, it's going to help someone out there. And congratulations on all your personal success, man. Like, congratulations on taking the leap of faith and joining us, because it takes a lot of courage to trust us because you just seen us on TikTok. So I know we had the call and you put your trust in me, and then obviously the results that you got in, which is what I already promised you on the call, but you
Mhm.
trusted that. So that's a testament to your courage. So congratulations. And I hope your Spanish goes to the next level and keeps leveling up.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's been a blast. So, yeah, I'll keep you posted for sure.
Awesome. All right, take it easy, Chris.
Thanks. You too. Peace.